Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about energy, something I've never covered before. Let's find out when to invest. So welcome everyone, hope you're good, hope life is alright. Obviously subscribe, hit the bell button, like, comment and give suggestions for further videos. First things first, before I start this video, I want to say thank you to everyone because I've went over 10,000 subscribers, which is kind of like skin pinch because I started my journey in April 2019. Literally had hardly any following on YouTube, did a very few limited videos before that, didn't really give it a go. And I thought, right, I'm going to give it a good crack. Here I am, 10,000 subscribers later, 500,000 views, whatever, amazing. So thank you. You all deserve a massive pat on the back for sticking with me and trying to absorb my mind matter. So we're going to talk about today Energi, a new coin that I've never really mentioned in my videos. It's been mentioned a few times in my comments. Check out Operation Crypto, by the way, a little channel up there. He did one recently. He's obviously the guy that I do the podcast with. We are releasing a separate channel for the podcast to do visuals. So if you've listened to the Crypto Mobcast, me and him talk and all kinds of good stuff. And we're going to do that visually, webcams, cool stuff, probably in my pants, because that's the kind of podcast that we do. So let's talk about this. This was not an ICO. It was not a pre-mine. Big, massive check in terms of what is limited in the space right now. There's not many coins that had that, which is always a good thing. It's been around since roughly April 2019. You can stake it, Masternodes, so 22% ROI on staking, 40% return on investment roughly, give or take, depending on the time obviously. With Masternodes, I'll show you the data on that in a second. But their mission is to be the world's leading cryptocurrency unification of smart contracts, governance and self-funding treasury to ensure longevity and enable rapid growth. Treasury, self-funding, governance, smart contracts, good buzzwords. It's very rare that you see a cryptocurrency, especially a company that is built like a DAO essentially, built in a way that it is self-funded by its own entity, which is really rare, like incredibly rare. Most of them have self-funding kind of elements through investors who have a load of tokens that then go shit on you, right? That's basically how it works, right? So this is different. Cryptocurrency is a revolutionary new technology which brings enormous realm of freedom to money. Simple as that. Even after 10 years, cryptocurrency adoption is less than 1% of the world population. We work to bring cryptocurrency to everyone. Their mission is simple, and I do like the fact of their mission. I recommend you watching this video as homework if you are doing research. Obviously, I don't do a lot of information in terms of what the coin is, but on this video, because I've never ever covered it, I'm going to do a little bit more. Obviously, we will get to the chart and when to invest, some technical analysis, and yeah, by the way, you can buy it on KuCoin, so we'll go over the KuCoin charts. This is obviously explained in 10 minutes, very simple. Again, extra homework. You shouldn't be just doing research alone off what I say in my videos. Do further research, find other people's viewpoints, and most importantly, their website. Their website has it all for you, mapped out so you can easily understand it. So in terms of the tokenomics, the fundamentals, all kinds of good stuff, it is proof of stake. It was proof of work. It's been recently transferred over. The ticker is Energi. I like it. That's really cool. Masternodes Requirement, you need 1,000 Energis. And the treasury cycle is every 14 days where it will adjust. So there's approximately 1 million Energi is released per month, obviously into the supply. And obviously you can see there to the stakers, to the Energi backbone, to the treasury, and obviously the Masternode. If you obviously have 1,000 of these, you can run passive income, and I'll show you the data on that, which is really good as well. So it is the world's first self-funded cryptocurrency impact project. Education platform, obviously like myself, I'm into education, massively got my own company on that side of it as well, to kind of help in terms of that way. Obviously the team how it was built, and the team was actually created by a online educator who has been in the space for a long time, which obviously makes things a lot easier for people to understand projects. If part of education, it means it's a big deal. It's a big deal in terms of cryptocurrency. So let's look at Tommy World Power on YouTube and Twitter. You've probably already known his account. He's a well-respected thought leader and an educator in the blockchain and cryptocurrency community. That is massive. Educated hundreds of thousands of people in cryptocurrency with the honest, generous, and user-friendly guidance, proven trustworthy. And yeah, you can read the rest. I don't want to kind of bore you. But they have a massive team. It's a huge team. It's a self-funded team of individuals that are all working for one common cause, which is very, very rare you see that in cryptocurrency. Obviously, we've seen with, Charles Hoskinson with Cardano recently, where he had an absolute meltdown live on social media, which is great. I'm the sea. Yeah, don't do that. And this is the sort of thing that you want to try and get away from. So all the other stuff in terms of online with this project, I highly suggest you check it out because it's a different project to most. Most companies in cryptocurrency are built upon a company in the centralized world in a way where it is a company, they handle it in crypto, they have a load of tokens, it's equity, whatever, and they hold it. With this being self-funded, and the way it works with staking, Masternodes and all kinds of good stuff, it makes it totally different in terms of the entity of how it is built, and that is massively important. Staking and Masternodes, this just gives you an insight of the Masternode income, what it's currently generating. So ROI in terms of so far over the period of 787 days, that's right. Feeling I was getting the wrong way around. 46.35%, which is pretty damn good, reliable. Again, you've got to have 1,000 of these. So if you have 1,000, you're going to get a daily of whatever. So in terms of a year, if you've got 1,000 minimum that you need to be required for Masternodes, it's pretty cool that you're going to get 463 back within a year. So your return of investment, you're looking at just over 2 years in this current plan, which is pretty damn good. So anyways, moving on. We're going to quickly go over the chart, when you should be looking at investing and certain things. And in terms of all-time high, it's been quite high in retrospect. This is currently on the BTC chart because I've got quite a lot of data on the BTC chart. Let me just make sure I haven't cocked that up, and let me just have a little look at the Qcoin exchange just to make sure I can get more data for you. Because a lot of people, people do moan when it's in BTC because it's not in fiat. So yeah, I've only got in BTC, which isn't too bad. It's got a lot of data. It can give you some good price ranges, obviously, if you want to grow BTC. But it has been all-time highs roughly around $8, and it's currently roughly not too bad in terms of price, roughly about $2 right now. So it's not too bad. Quite good risk reward in terms of all-time highs. It is up as well from its project launch. It's up about 700%. So that's pretty good as well. So obviously it hasn't just released and crashed and burned. It has a good stability, and obviously when you put into context the elements that it is a self-funded project and all kinds of stuff, it is really interesting. So in terms of investment, the reason as well why I'm covering this is because it's looking quite tasty in terms of potential for an alt season coming about in some sort of future. Who knows? But for me, obviously that is a resistance ceiling. We're way off that right now, which is always a good sign. You don't want to be buying up at those levels unless you know it's a full-on support. And again, life cycles of coins, up and down, right? Simple as that. And for me, looking at this, it's looking like a much better proposition than most coins on the market right now. You got to think this is more of an investment for people to make money long term if they believe in companies. If you believe in a company and you believe in their vision moving forward, that makes the decision a whole lot easier. It's like me with certain coins. I like what they are aiming to do, and I trust them, I back them, and I will be willing to put my money into a project to allow them to achieve that goal potentially, but also support it in such a way that I'm supportive of anything that I invest in, like anyone should be. So for me, this is a weekly structure of this asset. Very, very simple. We've obviously rejected this level here. We rejected this level, support, tried to retrace it back, slammed it back down. There's obviously a daily level here that we need to plot out. But for me, looking at this overall, it's looking, in my eyes, pretty damn good return of investment, right? Return of investment, because this is a passive income project. Staking, yeah, 22% per year. Yes, please, mate. Masternodes, roughly about 40%. get your money back or double it. But you got to think value appreciation. If you're looking to grow the asset, the coins, that is where the money is in terms of certain things. Why do you think I'm raving about Zilliqa? Staking's arriving. That's pretty cool. Bit different. So that is obviously daily levels. If this obviously breaks, we're going to go down to this level. If that breaks, obviously going down to this level. So in terms of risk reward, in terms of where it has been in the past, this is obviously BTC values. Obviously I can't talk about certain things, but the structures will be pretty much the same. This is looking like a pretty damn good place to be right now, long term, right? Obviously, if we're doing body to body, obviously to retrace this level, it's went all the way down to the 786, tapped back up, probably going to go into around that region. So in terms of overall this move, it's low. Risk reward wise, it's low. It's undervalued in my eyes. I think this is undervalued. I think this could go a lot higher, but it is on a key level. This is key level. Look at these levels here. Bang, bang, bang. This whole level goes all the way across. So this support region is pretty strong in my eyes. Been good resistance, been good support. So this level here is definitely key, which is currently roughly, give or take, what, 24,000 Satoshis, give or take, in and around that level. That whole region's what, 24,000 Satoshi levels is a psychological level most likely, because look at it in terms of where, if I put my cursor on it, it is absolutely strong. So that is really, really cool. So in terms of where this can go long term though, obviously we've already seen where it's been, right? We've seen where it's been. This is on obviously BTC values really, really high. But you've also got to think long terms in terms of where it's been asset wise. If I just quickly go onto CoinMarketCap just to show you something as well, the reason why I want to show you this is because this gives you people a good bit of clarity as well in terms of life cycle of coin in USD. Now it's currently ranked around 90, I believe, give or take, which isn't too bad. But for me, long term, the proposition is there due to the passive income side of it, due to the fact that it's a self-funding element. It's going to bring in potential compatible elements from Ethereum into this blockchain, which is really interesting because obviously Ethereum could grow to even higher levels. So obviously life cycle, you could probably at, what was it, all-time high, roughly about $9. We're currently at $2.50. Obviously even up currently, as I mentioned before, pretty damn decent. Obviously nearly $10. 25th of June 2015, all-time low 24 cents, which was obviously September 2018 when it was got very, very bearish. So that's, you know, in reality, it's not too bad. Volume, pretty damn high for a normal altcoin. So that is really, really good. So for me, if you are looking into getting a project that has good staking rewards, has good masternode potential as well, is self-funded, didn't have an ICO or a pre-mine, has no real sort of investors to real crash this, for me, it looks like a solid opportunity for something different. I know people are always into different things than me, but for me, I think looking future-wise, if you're looking at an investment, these levels here, anything below where we are right now, in my eyes, is undervalued because of where it's been in the past. Obviously, this is BTC value, okay? You got to remember that. I don't have enough data in terms of longevity of USD, but even if you look at this, if you look at where it's been in the past, where it's kind of lulled down to, we've got to remember this here is the USD values. Obviously, USD values could fall, but if BTC dominance goes up, Satoshi values will increase, and that means that this chart here, the one that I was on, will obviously increase. So there you go. I hope you enjoy. If you have any other suggestions, please feel free to comment them below or ask them on socials. But that is Energi. Totally new coin for me to cover. Totally wild in terms of what I'm kind of used to covering. But for me, staking rewards is hot right now. Proof of work to proof of stake. Obviously Ethereum, Cardano and all kinds of stuff going to proof of stake. Obviously, you know, hot right now. Hot, and this is one of the coins that obviously transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake. It has a staking element, it has the masternodes, it has pretty much everything for a passive income opportunity.